So when you're ready.
Earlier this week, a federal appeals court ruled in favor of a FedEx employee in a lawsuit that claimed the company wasn't paying her the same wage as her male counterparts for doing the same work. But that favorable ruling was only the beginning of a legal fight already 5 years in the making. I'm joined in studio now by Margaret Boaz and her attorney, Stephen Miller. Guys, thanks for being here this evening. All right, Margaret, I want to start with you. Kind of describe your situation. You worked in this particular position at FedEx, and then in 2004, you were asked to take on some different job responsibilities. But for the next 4 years, you took on those responsibilities, but you say you weren't paid properly for them. Is that correct?
That is correct. I took over the job responsibilities of a grade 27 male at FedEx. I was placed in that position when he left based on a buyout in January of 2004.
So you're looking for basically back pay for about 4 years of that. Is that correct?
That is correct, 4.5 years.
Now, Stephen, if I understand this correctly, and help me through the legalese, I'm not very good at it, but according to her employment agreement, she only had a 6-month time span to file a complaint with FedEx. She was outside of that 6-month time span when she filed the complaint. Is that right?
That's correct.
So what sort of legal relief does she have if she's outside of that time span? Because I know that one court upheld that decision saying she didn't do this properly, but then the appellate court comes back and says, no, we're going to give her relief anyway. Explain that process to me.
Yeah, well, what the distinction is we're dealing with the Fair Labor Standards Act as opposed to, for example, Title VII, where such a shortened period of time has been approved. So what happened here is the district court granted FedEx's summary judgment motion. That's what we appealed, and that's what the Sixth Circuit looked at and ruled that an employer cannot cause an employee to waive his or her rights under the Fair Labor Standards Act statute.
Margaret, you're fighting a pretty big fight against a pretty big company. Do you feel like that your situation is even bigger than your situation?
I absolutely do. I find that this is going to help a lot more employees than just me who might be coming across the same restraint when they go to try and work with their employers to get equal pay.
But Margaret, when you went to FedEx and said, hey, here's the situation, this isn't fair, what was their immediate response?
I did file multiple, I talked to HR and filed multiple open doors, ultimately to no response until I filed a lawsuit in April of 2009.
And Stephen, how often do you see this? Because on this very program, we've talked many, many times about the Fair Labor Standards Act.
There's a plethora of decisions attacking the failure to pay equal pay, but this is the first decision from a circuit court to directly address this issue as to whether there can be a contractual limitation shorter than the statute contained, the limitation period contained in the statute.
And Margaret, the last question to you, at the end of the day, what do you want most out of this situation?
Well, ultimately, I would like to win this case. I'd like to win it for myself and for all women that have ever worked a job and not been paid equal to a man.
Margaret Boaz, Stephen Miller, thank you so much for being here.